Hello to you and to yours, and Sunday evening is now ours. It's now ours. My name is me, and he is he. He, g'day.
G'day, he.
Not to be confused with he goes. Pez, obviously, let's go straight into the first thing here.
Can't hear shit.
That's true. That's true. That's true. The guy can't hear shit.
Look at this. Here we are in person.
Good stuff.
I mean, can I be heard? If I can, then there's no problem. Ah, there we go.
Okay,
I can
we're
hear.
back. We're back.
Woo, we're good.
We're back. Sorry about that for a small technical delay here. Pez,
Unsubscribe now.
First, yeah. Late and no noise. No boys noise. No boys noise indeed. Pez, well, I've got to talk straight at the top here. Obviously, devastating news for a lot of people around the world, not just the cricket community. Andrew Symonds passing away. Woke up to the news this morning in a car accident. You put out a nice tweet actually in your own personal account, just nice words, and lots of people have said lots of nice things. But pretty shocking, mate. I know it's not connected at all, but it sort of is, isn't it? The news of Shane Warne passing and Rod Marsh in basically the same 24-hour period or week period or whatever that was, and then another like guy who meant so much to so many people in Australian cricket, sure, but around the world. Andrew Symonds played for Kent, didn't he? Played in the IPL, and just a well-loved figure, and another guy who was just taken way too soon.
I'm in shock still, really. Like trying to pass the news in my head today. It's really difficult not to connect it to the multitude of deaths that have happened in recent weeks, months in the Australian cricket community.
Yeah,
it's really like, and obviously and rationally in and of itself, it's its own tragedy,
right?
And it is,
yeah.
but like
he's a dad, he's got two young kids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Standing alone, which it does and should, it's just devastating.
Yeah.
For the reasons that you say, mainly for his family and his friends. But yes, like you can see that sentiment from a lot of his friends online in their messages. That's very much like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Now, it's just, there's life and there's death. It happens,
Sure.
and there's a coincidence. It's a coincidence, but like, but it's pretty, like, I'm on the one hand, I'm, pretty rocked by it, but also like very, and it's not ashamedly, but like, it's like, it's really, what's the word? Like, it's like, it's a bit bemusing, and it's a very strange feeling. It's like, what's happening? Why is this happening?
Yeah.
So yeah, and why are we sitting here like, giving a tribute to another, sensational contributor to Australian cricket? Like, what is going on? What's going on is life and death is what's going on.
Yeah,
but fuck,
yeah.
It's really quite. You can tell by the way I'm talking. It's really quite a strange thing to work through in one's head.
There are no words, right? It's I was looking at,
like, you don't want. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I want to convey my confusion about it, because I feel like it would be very strange to like respond to your opening by launching into the best words you can put together about Andrew Symonds, because it's more just like there's just a real emptiness at the moment of like, what is happening?
mate, I was Adam Gilchrist put out a couple of tweets today, and I think he was one of the first people to respond, like sort of publicly make statements after Warne's passing, and I was just thinking about him, and he had such a great connection to both those guys, and like, and can you imagine the camaraderie in team sports? Can you imagine camaraderie in team sports, man?
Not really.
No, I can't.
I've heard about it, and I think I've seen it on TV sometimes.
Yeah, in some like Hollywood movies,
Yeah,
like
that's right.
Mighty Ducks and stuff.
Yeah.
No, but like that, the connection those guys must have with each other. Like they fucking won everything. They went all around the world together, and they're young men, and like as young men, you sort of you build this allegiance and alliances, and it's us against the world, and we're the best, and we're winning all this stuff, and like just memories that those guys must treasure for the rest of their lives, and they share it with these people. When you go on holiday, and it's like it's so much less about where you go, though that's important as well. It's like the funniest stuff that happens on holiday is always like, I was just lying out for a coffee outside this, and then someone said something, and it was just the funniest thing ever. It's an inside joke. They must have a million of those with their shared experiences with each other, right? And now there's like, in the space of what, a month or maybe slightly more, it's like now there's just two guys who just aren't there anymore, and they and it happens so. I guess death happens so fleetingly; it just passes so quickly, right? And
Rod Marsh as well, you know.
Rod Marsh as well, especially a guy like Gilchrist who would have had so much to do with him, you know, Western Australia and gloves and all that. Mate, how do you process that for these guys? You know, and it's interesting as well. I suppose Warner and Symonds and Marsh to a lesser extent, but Warner and Symonds specifically, they were still outward facing, you know, that because they did commentary gigs and you know, ads and that kind of stuff. So they were sort of, they stayed in the mind, you know, and you know, again, I just keep talking about Gilchrist. Would have seen them so much, but yeah, it's just, you think about that stuff, man. Like, you know, last time.
What about like Ricky Ponting as well?
Mate, exactly. And mate, I remember Ponting did an interview with Sky Sports and he was like just choked up and in tears asking about, just talking about Warren and, yeah, it's your friends, you know, these people's friends that they just don't get to see anymore, and then a part of them dies as well, you know, all those memories and devastating. But of course, like, I mean, more than that, like there are two young kids now who don't have a dad anymore because of this accident, and yeah, I don't know, no, yeah.
Well, you know, he left us with some fucking great memories, you know, and it was just a devastating player. He was so good.
Yeah.
was so, you know, it's a small consolation, you know, and it happens too often that we express our love and appreciation for people only once they've died. But Andrew Symonds was, it's no exaggeration to say that he was a sensational player.
Yeah.
And with a very interesting story, and you know, yeah, like it's hard to know where to start, but I will never forget the 143 against Pakistan in the 03 World Cup. It was like in sport there are so few feelings that compare to watching the flourishing or blooming or actualization of the talent of a player before your eyes, because it took him a while. He was a gun. He's a prodigy. He was like, you know, something we'd never really seen before in Australia. It was an unlikely innings. It was off the back of injuries and suspension, and
Ponting,
the last guy picked.
Ponting shows him.
Ponting like it was Ponting. It was like a captain's pick.
Yeah.
And he just destroyed Pakistan. I was getting absolutely Schindler's List that night at PJ's in Drummoyne. I remember, and I'll never forget. Despite how many drinks I'd had, I think Wackar tried to beam him.
Yeah, that's right.
Accidentally. And like, mate.
Very good beamer.
A very good accident. Symonds was giving it back to him. But like, one thing I remember about Symonds was like the incongruity between what looked to be a slow swing of the bat and the fucking traceable at pace of the ball off it. Like, he's obviously an absolute Hulk. But like, he had a really easy swing of the bat, like though he was muscular. Like it didn't look like a really fast swing, but so many balls just rocketed off his bat. And then the other thing that I always banged on about was his fielding, especially his ground fielding. Like, I'm talking about some nerd shit, like at mids off and on. I talk about it all the time. Like I had never seen anybody patrol that area in Test cricket like that and save so many runs. Obviously, his one-day record with fielding is there for all to see, and I was really happy today to see none other than the doyen, John T. Rhodes, say the greatest all-round fielder of all time, which is basically the highest praise when it comes to that discipline. You know, that's like fucking, that's like Sachin saying something about a batter. So I'm just saying, like, there's shock and devastation, and it's, you know, even as I say now, like, as I said before, it's a coincidence, those deaths. People will ask questions about whether they're, you know, about men of that generation and their proclivities and like and their health, you know, and because you want to know, you ask questions, you just want to know. It's about understanding. So maybe too soon to say coincidental and all that kind of stuff, but it's not really for now because it's too soon. You know, it's more like, well, let's remember the fucking the mad dude that he was.
Yeah. Oh, it gives rise for celebration for sure, which is always a nice thing. I guess it's part of the grieving process generally, isn't it? Mate, for me, like he was the best fielder I've ever seen, which I'm sure would mean a lot to him, second to Jonty Rhodes, saying that. But mate, it's like the one catch that sticks in my mind is one against, I think it was in Perth, but it was against Sri Lanka, and he like plucks it like it's a fucking, like he was lifting a remote control. Like it's just like from the ground, like inches off the ground, not even an inch, millimeters off the ground. Just the sheer athleticism of the guy. Having never, because Ponting was the first one in my life. I know Dean Jones was the first one, but I was probably a little bit too young. But Ponting was like my first, like, oh, this guy can hit the stumps from anywhere. But he wasn't as athletic as Andrew Symonds, and the sheer like the velocity of the arm from anywhere in the field was unparalleled.
Symonds also had short and long, you know, like Ponting would have been great on the boundary too, but like it's like Symonds was like power in the outfield, and on the infield he was a predator. You know, like he had the short, sharp pace as well to get around. The hands were soft as butter. They're as big a buckets as anybody. Like, even little things with Symonds, like there's a great clip. And people have seen this, he's bowling in a hat, you know, one day against Sri Lanka, and the batter runs into him at the non-strikers, and he goes, "Oh, you fucking bastard!" Like, great way of swearing. Great Queenslander, really proud Queenslander as well. I just wanted to say that, like, as a New South Wales person, people who are watching this who don't understand those rivalries and whatever, like New South Wales, Queensland, pretty big rivals in a couple of sports, but like you always begrudgingly admired and felt safe having such a proud Queenslander in the side, you know,
safety
like a Bull's cap on him. He looked good in the
just
maroon.
a guy who likes some fishing as well.
Yeah, it was a real Queenslander.
He was a real outdoorsman. He was an outdoorsman.
But there's in this clip, he goes, "Oh, you fucking bastard!" Anyway, and Bill Lawler's like, "Whoa!" But
the quiver in the voice.
The next ball, like, just a really little thing. Speaking of bucket hands, like whoever it is, like, you know, hits it out to long on. The throw comes in quite hard from long on, and it bounces a couple of metres in front of Symonds. This is of no consequence, this movement, but just when you play cricket, you see it. And the way the hands just swallow the ball coming at pace, like there's no give to it, as though it's coming in a bit hot. He just goes, Kong. Like, he fucking alphas the throw with the catch. He used to do that all the time. You know, just the way he swallowed the ball. Starting with his fielding it kind of diminishes like what he was with the bat and the ball as well, but it's not. It's just he was the best at that. You know?
Do you remember that time when, like, it was sort of young Clark? I suppose young Clark and Symonds came up together. Then Ponting was in that ring as well. So the offside, like, point might have been Ponting, and the cover was Clark, and the extra cover was Andrew Symonds. Like, what's that? That's best ever shit. That is. That's right. As a trio.
Bit of energy in the ring.
Plenty of chat at their boys. He played 26 Test matches. It was more than what I had remembered.
He should have played way more.
He probably should have played more. Yeah,
but he was clearly somewhat abandoned by Cricket Australia.
Yeah, it's weird because it sort of poached him from England. Like, he had a choice.
I think he was as covered by Dan Bredig with a great piece in the Channel 9 papers this morning. 9 papers, sorry. He was born in Birmingham and was adopted, and his adoptive parents moved to Queensland like very soon after the birth, and he's a Queenslander, and so he had entreaties from England, but he basically said fuck off. Sure, he didn't say that.
Steve Smith had that as well. Steve Smith had some connection. Yeah.
But he wanted to get a game at Yorkshire, and Tim Bresnan said, "You can have some gloves."
That's right. Real
sliding doors moment for England there. Give you the tip.
Some like Gwyneth Paltrow was involved in that as well. Fuck, I don't know. It's so soon, you know. I feel like I'm.
He should have played more tests.
Yeah,
I got a feeling. Can someone look this up? Is he Test cricketer of the year in like 06 or something? Like he was really dominant, and then he just it fell off a cliff for him with a bunch of episodes involving Cricket Australia and his captain Michael Clark. And
that's right.
He he was out of there. He was out of there, and they really fucking left him high and dry. In 08 as well. You know.
Yeah. Well, exactly. Yeah. Well, that's shit. Yeah. Mate, just almost like the skill of the guy was, when someone's as athletic as that, especially if someone's saying some dumb shit.
Talk about the IPL, boys. How good is humanity? Like, most people are good. And
You
then
fucking
there's
moron.
just a
You
fucking
fucking moron.
always a coat. But thank you for the entertainment because you are helping everybody else.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah. No, boys.
Talk about the IBL.
Hey,
He was talking about the IBL boys, like doing a personal joke.
yeah.
Oh, okay, right. Anything else yet?
CSK. Who gives a fuck? Jesus Christ, you stupid fucking coat. You stupid fucking coat.
Where's me mic going? That's a sign.
You know when a guy's like as athletic as that, especially in cricket where there's not many there's more athletes these days, but and Symonds are so athletic.
Oh man, Symonds
But,
is an sport guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Symonds, you see it at school, and you're like, okay, what sport
what do
is
you
it?
want? What do you want?
What is it?
Me lunch money? Going to the canteen. But it almost negates how skillful he was because you just want to talk about the rig on it. You want to talk about the shoulders and the glutes on it.
Yeah.
Especially me. But he was so skilled, like offies, meds,
Yeah.
bat, field,
Fucking
whatever you
discipline.
want. Get him a Sharon, he kick some goals for you.
Yeah. Loved his league.
Couple inside 50s.
Trained with the Broncos.
Did he? Yeah, that's right. He did. Yeah.
Loved his league.
He looked good in a pair of footy shorts.
Mate, he's just leggy.
Yeah, true.
He just plays fucking 13 for the Broncos.
Yeah.
Obviously, that streaker and all that sort of shit.
All that stuff, yeah. Well,
He would have been a good schooner as well.
undoubtedly. We know some people who've, shared that privilege.
Yeah.
All right, well, I don't know if we've done that justice. I mean, people obviously want to talk about it. And
well, how about this? Just to carry it on, Sudip. Boys, now that you guys are together, I hope your legs are touching now. Yeah, let's do it.
100%, never stop touching.
Yep. Love it.
Let me tell you, there's plenty of hijinks happening under this table.
Yeah. Let me tell you.
What do you want to talk about today?
Well, it's the big one tonight.
Yeah, tonight is the big one.
Or this afternoon, sorry.
Yeah, well, the big...
CSK Gujarat.
Yeah.
What
do you want? We're getting to some real dead rubber shit right now. Although I suppose Gujarat, they don't need to take the win, but they want to finish first, so they get the double. I'm not sure how the playoffs work. I think it's one.
No, you win the first one, then you
win
through
the first
to the final.
one. See you later. Yeah.
Then you through the big dance.
So in the game last night, who played last night? Last night was Sunrisers KKR. So Sunrisers is now gone. See you later. They've now lost 3 in a row, 4 in a row.
Sunrisers. Not mathematically, but you're saying you're saying.
Yeah, and when Higo speaks, that is gospel. I think 16 points will get you into the playoffs. So that'll mean that Delhi need to win both their games. They've got a better net run rate now. RCB lost their last game, so they've only got 1 game to play. And if they win that game, they'll finish on 16 points, but their net run rate's no good. If only I had a table in front of me, I'm just doing this from memory.
Yep.
So we're getting some dead rubber shit now. It's tonight really a dead rubber, but I mean, kind of is a little bit. Gujarat don't really need to win. But they want to keep winning. But
they
want to keep winning.
They want to keep winning.
That's what they want to do. I'll tell them what they want to do.
There's still a couple of teams in it. It still goes down to 7th. Yeah, I guess so. Sunrisers are 10 points now. Huh.
Yeah.
So the most they can.
What's their form? They've lost 3 in a row, haven't they?
No, they're actually fucked. Sunrisers. You're right.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah.
See you later.
Some strange net run rate stuff would have to happen. The most they can end on now is 14 points. And RCB is 4th with 14 points.
Yeah, so it's now because DC's next game is against Punjab, I think, and that's a big one. And then DC's last game is against Mumbai, the Mumbai Indians, if you will. And I know that you're gonna.
Who you backing here?
DC.
I'm not. Are you mixing up what you want versus what you think will happen?
Can someone tell me who Punjab's last game is against? The next game is against DC, but the last game,
I can tell you.
Okay.
Sam can tell you. It's the big one, Sunrisers.
It's Sunrisers. Okay, I'm actually might be back in Punjab.
So you RCB's done?
Yes, because their net run rate's cooked. I forget who the last game is against, but even if they win that game, they need some results.
Gujarat.
Okay, so I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know.
You could say the team? You could say Mumbai. And you'd be like, nah, I don't know about that. A couple of good players.
Good players.
Yeah.
Tim David's gone good. Sam's good now, apparently.
Jasper's pretty good.
Jasper was okay, yeah. So I'm going with
DC.
I think Punjab's going to get in. I think they've got a better team. I think they've got a better team. But I think because DC haven't won 2 games in a row. And they got to win 3, basically. They have to win 3 in a row if they win the next 2 games. They won the last game as well.
I mean, mate, even Rajasthan's got a couple of issues if they fall over as well.
How many games they got left?
They got 2.
Okay.
So,
but they're on 16 points already, aren't they?
14.
They're on 14. Okay. Okay. No Hetmeyer.
Look, I want to see DC make it. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, of course.
I want to see
no,
them
same.
make it because we know.
I think of all the teams. People ask all the time, "Who's your team?"
Yeah.
And I always say the same thing. Please stop texting this number.
I liked
It's
RCB
deadly.
when Christo was playing for him.
And then something happens, and then fuck those goats.
Then I couldn't wait for he bowled that over.
Yeah.
He got rinsed online.
Where's
for that.
Where's Jamo playing this year?
Nowhere.
He's not. He's not in the IPL.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like he would have played a game by now if he was in a team.
Yeah, that's right.
I feel like
he wouldn't have missed him. He's a big boy.
No, he's a tall one, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, blonde hair.
Really big boy.
Yeah, he's a real big guy. Super chat comes in, Pez.
Okay.
Peter Williams. He said, thanks for all the time
Peter.
you spend creating this great content for us. Well, it's actually sort of for Pez and I, but any updates regarding TGC merch, and is there footage of Pez v Hatzaglue on the wet Astro?
Yep. There is updates. And yeah, further to what Higo says, don't pretend that you know why we make this content.
I know why you guys. No, you don't.
There's no need for that.
There's no need for that. It's fun to say though.
Updates regarding TGC merch. Well, it's coming. It's coming. Merch is coming. It's a big I don't know. We're a 2-person team, and really we get a bit of help here and there from people, and we appreciate it greatly. But we're a 2-person team, and we balance trying to get content out with planning for the business and organising things and all that kind of gear. And we've dabbled in merchandise, as people would know, a couple of times. Some stubby holders, some budgie smugglers. We had a Champ or Be Champ T-shirt, and then there's different models that you can use for merchandise as well. I apologise to those who already know these things. And we just came to the conclusion recently that just because there's so many people who are quite keen for merch and seeing others do merch as well, and we're thinking, well, we must be the best.
That's right.
That we want to do a proper shop. So we want to have a shop. It's always on, and the products that are there are always available. And it just requires a little bit of, like anyone in any business, it just requires a little bit of work to set up that infrastructure for success sustainably. So we're pretty down the road on having a couple of partners who are going to help us with that, and we're pretty down the road on the merch that we want. It's just a matter of the finishing touches on it, and it will all come together in one big package that hopefully will just result in people being able to go, I'd like to buy that or have that, and then you click it, and then some things happen with some money, and then your number changes on your account, and you get something, and you wear it, and merch is there.
That's how it works?
I think so.
Okay. Then you just wear it, and then what happens?
Then you wear it. Then what happens? Well, then you realise that what you've been sold, which is essentially improvement and a better life, is a lie. And and
You've been sold a better life.
Steal away with your money.
Okay. Hey, Jamish said, congratulations on 400 videos. 399 plus one that never happened. Is that something we've done? Is this our 400th video?
Is it? Okay.
That's good to know. Hey, it's good. A corporate guy said, have you blokes ever scored 100 in grade cricket? Well, I'll have you know that Sam Perry, the man to my right, your left on screen, has scored a grade cricket 200. Red ink, I want to say. Red ink. Yeah, red ink. They couldn't get him out that day. Not many in his half. But
yep, the other 100 was red ink too.
You get two?
It's just one of those.
Get two great tons?
Obviously once there, I don't get out. It's just happened twice.
Where are you looking, mate?
I don't know. I'm just something on the mixer over there. I just want to make sure that the volume's working.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Did you get 100?
I got two.
You got okay.
I got two.
That's nice.
6 in English.
But I never made 100 in first grade, and that was a really solid goal. I was actually given a bottle of Moet for my 21st birthday.
Yeah.
And I took it and I said I'm going to open it when I score a first grade 100.
Yeah.
But
when did you open it?
I never did. Yeah.
About a week and a half later. Fuck that. Too
I
hard.
opened it at some point, obviously clearly memorable.
So, okay, so you did open it. You did open
I
it.
think so, yeah. But
That's good. That's good. You have to celebrate the wins. What was your highest first grade score? You got 79 in your last game, 79 not.
I made 7.
I know a lot about your career.
I made 79 twice.
Oh, okay.
One was not out and one was out. I think about those innings.
I dropped a catch once in first grade. It's about as good as it got for me.
Did you?
Yeah.
I dropped heaps of
It was
catches.
Danny War, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty
What
good.
happened?
Bo Casson was bowling. At Bankstown Oval, was feeling behind point, half tracker. Bo bowls it.
Famous ground, Bankstown Oval.
Yeah, and he bowled it, and as soon as he bowled, he goes, "Oh no!" So you know it was a good ball. Danny War cuts it, and Bo, who's like commentating the game now, apparently he goes, "Oh, you beauty!" When it's midair, it's just like I used to be able to catch pretty good sometimes.
You're aware enough to hear him say "you beauty" as
He goes,
well.
"You beauty," and it just went straight to me and just fucking hit me in the wrist. See you later, popped out. Think they might have scampered through for a single.
And because you're like a sub fielder or whatever,
Yeah.
did you feel sympathy from people? Was it a bit
Well,
like, he's a sub? He's not.
So Matt Michael, who was a good first grade player, he
I played a lot with his brother.
Dave, yeah, so did I, yeah. He ran past me at the end of the over and he goes, don't worry, mate, would have been a hanger. Tapped me on the shoulder.
He was a good
Fucking
player,
straight to me.
wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, and then Matt Nicholson was playing the game as well. We had a good first grade team at the time, and it was like getting dark, and he was bowling to Pat Darwin. Do you remember Pat Darwin?
Yeah.
And he put me a gully, and Nico was bowling like as quick as he could. He was bowling wheels, and I could not fucking see. And it was going quite dark because they were batting out for a draw, I think, in the end, from memory. And I was like, I do not want anything near me. Like a gully. Gully is like a test match bowler is bowling.
Yeah.
Pat Darwin, good player as well, was just trying to fucking line him up. I was like, I don't want any of this. Because either like gully is either like hits the splice and balloons and you fucking see you later, cock a hoop, or it's a cut shot and it's going at your face. And I want one of those specifically, and it's not the latter. So, yeah.
What about the hundreds? Run us through them.
Just made both sides of the wicket, 360.
How uncomfortable are both of us talking about things that went well?
Yeah, things went well.
I'm much safer with things fucking
Very
up.
safe,
Really.
very safe. Because I'm,
You're like, look at you. You're fucking,
I'm tense.
You're tight.
I'm tense.
Yeah.
I'm tight. I don't like it.
You like it a little bit.
I can tell you about my 99. Bloke's fucking just standing.
Tell me about getting out. I don't give a fuck about the rest.
Mate, standing at the gate. Like fucking blokes just could not wait to tell me I was on 99. Just fucking cheering. But I got a hat trick that day.
Yeah, that like when you
I was at the other end, that was satisfying.
Close to a milestone. Again, didn't have very often, but like, and it'd be drinks or something, and someone go, "Do you want to know what you're on?" Got like someone coming
Red
up and
pill
going,
or blue
"Yeah,
pill?"
that's right." Do you want to know what you're on? Why are you in my ear, and why am I sort of feels quite nice?
So fucking amateur, isn't
Want to
it?
know what you're on?
I want to know what you're on. Fuck off. Yeah. Yeah.
How'd you get out?
I
laughs?
pulled their sixth change bowler,
Yeah.
who's probably his first grade wicket.
Yep.
Half tracker. The wicket was a fucking green seam, but I got a hat trick. I think we were like 6 for 30.
Yeah, tough.
No, tough
day,
conditions.
course,
Let me tell you.
course, yeah.
No, mate, I sort of got down the wicket, used my feet, sort of pushed them down the ground a bit.
That's right.
Ran hard, worked hard that day.
Counter attack a little bit.
Yeah.
Gave a few questions to answer.
Yeah, sort of changed the game in hindsight. Changed the game. It's a fucking swimming pool at the back of the stadium. Kids are swimming around having a day out. Not me. I'm fucking changing the game over in third grade.
Socially, for the better. People just more aware of climate and kind of
I really made a difference.
wastage. Not really like clean up the change rooms. I'm changing the game here. Respect for volunteers. Fucking hell, what an innings.
Well, yeah.
He's good at cricket and he's woke.
What an innings that was. Fucking hell, yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, the game's on here.
Here we go. Dhoni and Hardik.
Let's get a little scorecard up here, mate.
Look at that, guys.
Let's go. 9 versus 1. 9v1.
I think people still love it.
Oh, CSK.
See, the camera loves cutting to a bird, though, doesn't it?
Oh,
and
they're sick for
IPL,
that.
they're sick for it.
Sick
for a bird.
Now, I said this to you the other day that I've got a suspicion, Sean Perry, that the people that are sitting in like the corporate boxes, like players, like the wags and stuff.
Yeah.
Is that offensive terms to say
I don't
wags?
know.
But you know.
It's just short for wives and girlfriends.
Wives and
right?
girlfriends, yeah. So,
Wag.
Yeah. So, but like when they take a wicket, they're on their feet, they're clapping, boundary hits, same thing. I reckon they're coached. To do that because if that happens, I tell you the other place in the world where you see a lot of female partners like on screen, South Africa. They're really highly skilled at like finding an attractive woman in the crowd. And obviously I hate that, so I'm going to judge it. But I don't see them doing that in South Africa. I think in India, you're going to sit in this corporate box. We need you to be up and about.
Yep.
You got to be clapping your hands. You got to be standing on your feet. You got to wave some flags. I don't know, just the way. It
would be funny if they like cut over and like some of the partners were just like reading their phone.
Yeah,
reading a book.
Saying that, you see,
I've seen players do that as 12th man in field games before. It's like that was funny.
What was he reading?
It was some like fantasy novel as well.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Oh, we can say that. That was Zampa. I can say that.
Yeah.
So we were at Bellreeve Oval once because we were doing a show that night. And so that's in Hobart. And Adam Zampa was...
Bloodstone Arena.
Adam Zampa was playing for South Australia against Tasmania. And you got to imagine Bellreeve. It's like there's nobody there. It's completely wind-swept ground. Yeah. And he'd learnt on the morning of the game that he'd been made 12th man. And... And we
wouldn't say he loved that.
I'd never been to Bellreeve, so we went and had it. We popped in.
It's a great ground. Yeah. It's a really nice ground.
We popped in and I saw that he was sitting in like the little dugout.
Yeah.
And
by himself.
By himself. Yeah. By himself, yeah. It was fucking no one around. It's like not near there.
So we just walked up and sat next to him,
So we just walked up and said, "G'day, mate." So come sit here. So he sat next to this. And he's sitting there with a fucking fantasy novel. And he was yelling stuff out onto the field.
I think like Joe Many bowled like maiden over, and he was like, "Come on, South Australia."
That's right, come. And they're all laughing. The Tassie guys are laughing with his book.
That's Shield cricket.
Good.
That's a level of like international cricket. It was good.
That was really good.
Fond memories. Okay.
Just bitter cricketers, and it's understandable. I want to talk about Hardik Pandya.
Do you?
Just want to know a bit more about him and about it.
Sure, of course, mate, yeah.
I just got a feeling there's a bit about it.
Hardik Pandya?
Yeah.
Enormously.
He hasn't...
Mate, can I suggest to you,
please,
in fact I'm going to anyway, so just
okay.
fucking back off. I reckon there's a bit of coat tier to it.
Really?
I reckon there's a little bit of coat to it.
Really? What makes you say that? You have to back that up.
Yeah, now I've got to back that up with I was going to say substances, like substance abuse. That's unnecessary. Am I right? I mean, because there was also the
Guy Quant's a bit of a thick boy, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah.
There's also the Colonel Pandy thing with was it Sanju Samson? Was it Sanju Samson or Deepak Hooda? What there's like controversy. Like they're playing the same like district team, whatever. It was like Ranji Trophy team. There was like some bullying going on.
Was there?
Yeah.
He got in trouble for some interview, didn't he, Pandya?
Yeah, but I don't think that was his fault. I think he was just... him and KL Rahul were on this show, and I think they were just talking quite liberally, as happens in every other country outside of India, but in that country.
Might have said a few things that he actually thought.
And then it was like, well, what are you doing that? What are you doing that for? There's just so many people, and there's such an economy. Deepak Hooda. It was Deepak Hooda. Sorry, it wasn't Sanju Samson. I apologise.
Tracy Village, CC. That's...
What's that?
It's in Darwin, I think.
Oh, yeah?
Tracy Village, yeah. It's a club in Darwin.
Oh, okay. Don't have village in your name, do you? You don't want to if you had a choice.
No, as a cricket team.
Yeah.
But you could get it ironically. Calm Village.
Yeah. I just saying we're slightly delayed here. You've also got the score on the screen there, but we're actually slightly delayed on our viewing experience here, so we can fix that up. Arco said in a super chat, "Hey guys, get in your super chats and we'll read them out. We'll get some conversation going." But Arco said, "I made a comment on your previous video. Read now." What? Why would you write that? Why wouldn't you just write the comment?
Read now.
Read now. I left a comment on your other video. Read now. So now we have to go.
I'm going to do it. It's super
How are you going to
chat.
find it?
I'm going to go to our previous video, DRS Fiasco.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go to Control F. I'm going to type in Arco.
Okay.
And is this? And I can go to newest. Sort by newest first.
Okay.
I don't see anything from.
I made a comment on your previous video.
Read now. I mean, there's probably some cultural stuff with like that. Sometimes some of the requests come across quite brusque.
Brusque.
Arco. Here we go. No, can't find a thing, Arco. Of course I can't. I've gone to the previous video, Arco.
Do you talk about his previous? What are you talking about? 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 Your previous live video, maybe. I mean, it's very
So,
specific.
like, yeah, which one is it, Arco? Anyway, thank you for the message.
Hey, corporate guy said Ian Higgins looks like a typical Poms fast bowler whose economy would be 10 plus T20 in cricket. Reminds me of Plunkett. Nice.
Plunkett, you'll take that, won't you? Oh, you're a good-looking bloke, though, aren't you? You don't get out of bed unless it's fucking... I didn't know how to finish it.
Don't finish that.
Read now. Arco, let us know where to get. I'll read it. You've asked for it now, and now we have to see what comment it is. You've paid.
Yeah.
You've paid to instruct us to do this.
That's
so,
right.
A lot of Premier League questions. I saw a West Ham one before. There's another one here. Thoughts on the impending retirement of Mark Noble. Local boy, joined his local team and played in the senior team for 18 seasons. Will we see his likes again? Is loyalty dead? I don't know.
I don't know if loyalty's dead.
I don't think it's dead.
It's definitely harder now with that economy of like, yeah. I mean that idea that Noble there was actually some sort of set. Hang on, Hardik Pandya's opening the bowling.
Yeah,
that's something for my eyes.
Second over, yeah.
Something to look at.
Suppose, yeah.
Hey, well, that's still taking a new pill.
Yeah, it's a.
Yeah, there's some sadness like Mark Noble who like he grew up in the area and he never. They were saying like he grew up in the area and he never left. It's a bit like, mate, just get in the flight. There's go and see heaps of shit. Yeah, it was like there was some sort of like it wasn't being sledged, but it was a bit like he never left his small town he grew up in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, mate, here's a question for you: is Mark Noble the only thing that's stopping Man City from winning the league? Is the Olympic Stadium, is London Olympic Stadium going to be so red hot to see off their favourite son, Mark Noble, M. Noble, that they're going to be it's going to be a raucous atmosphere, or is City just going to keep the ball 80% possession? They win sort of 2-1, 4-1.
It feels like a very Anfield rap type question, as in like you've been listening to Anfield rap. Obviously, you do very well to control your Liverpool passion. But I know this is what I mean, because there's underneath there's a lot.
At the moment, it's your leg against my fucking calf.
I'm rubbing your leg while I'm criticising you.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm making thinly veiled judgments about your psychology. Yeah. Well, you've got more than an eye on this game as a Liverpudlian.
Well, I have a look
fan.
At it. Yeah.
As in, you're a fan of the people of Liverpool, of Liverpudlians.
Yes, I am.
Know about the
I am.
city. Although that's one and the same, isn't it? The club and the city.
So
the club owns the city.
Yeah,
by name.
Well, anyone tries to use the name Liverpool in the city, would have thought so. We're going to sue you.
That's right.
Yeah,
it's ours.
That's ours. Yeah.
Don't touch that.
Don't touch that. That's ours.
With the name of the third book.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. When you get to that point in the season, you're hoping for some shit, aren't you? I mean, Liverpool needs something, and it's like, is it going to be the Mark Noble send off that? And then teams become party pooping teams, and all that kind of gear. I don't know,
mate. I think Man City are just so good and have been probably the best team in the world for like. If they win this year, that's 4 years out of 5 years win the Premier League. 4 out of 5. That's fucking that's good.
4 stars out of.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But my team's good as well at the moment, so you got to celebrate that. But like, what is following a sport team? Because if your team just needs to win something every year, well, then most years you're gonna fucking hate your team and you're gonna bemoan them. Because most years your team doesn't win shit, so you got to go on the journey.
Hey mate, Richard has said Madrid will rip apart Liverpool in Paris, so you don't need to watch the game.
Don't even bother. Well, actually, I've been to the Gold Coast that morning.
Hello.
Yeah, that's a bit of a concern. I was talking about it this morning because the game kicks off. Oh, that'll be 4:30. The game kicks off 5 o'clock here. So is that 4:30 in Brisbane?
Yeah, there is a time. There is a
half
time
hour?
change. Yeah, it's an hour.
So it's 4 a.m. They're an hour behind. So it's 4 a.m. So it's going to kill 4 a.m. Okay, that actually makes it a little bit better. Oh, that's a fucking seed from Shammy. That's an absolute seed.
He's knocked him over too.
Yeah.
And CSK fans are not happy.
Are they giving that out?
That's a nice wide brim that Gujarat have.
Yeah.
That's a nice wide brim. I like the angle. Is that Shubman in it as well?
I was looking at the kit before, and I like Gujarat's kit. It's a nice mix. Nice mix of some light blue.
Yep.
Oh, isn't Sammy's presentation of Seam? That's too good.
There's no better presentation.
No better. Shubman with the floppy.
There's a bit about Symonds, isn't there?
I like it.
How do we know that?
Interesting.
Interesting. Stay tuned.
Because we spoke to him before. In more ways than you know. There's no daylight saving, says Bus 76. Want to know what the story is behind that? No daylight saving, so that means same time. Okay, then here's my problem. If it's 5 o'clock in the Gold Coast, same time, then my problem is that I've got a flight at 8:45.
It's the same time, Gold
It's
Coast.
the same time, right. Okay. Now, here's my problem. If the game finishes in regular time, that's 7 o'clock finish, 7 a.m. finish. Now, if it goes into extra time and penalties, I ain't finishing the rest of that game, so I'm going to be at the airport at 7:45. 1 hour before the flight, because I've got to check in with some bags and et cetera, and my luggage. Don't forget that. So it's a real problem for me.
So you're in a cab at 6:15.
Yeah, and where I'm watching them, I got to go to the casino because I'm going to have like all my luggage with me.
You're in a cab at 6:15. The game starts at when?
No, the game kicks off at 5.
You're fucked.
But I've got to be at the airport at 7:45, which is 45 minutes after the scheduled finish.
Get to the.
I'm going to watch at the airport.
You get to the airport for kickoff. You got your little lounge access. Bring your laptop and fucking stream it.
Well,
if you want to watch the game,
Rishabh's right though. I'm just going to watch my team get ripped apart by Madrid in Paris.
True. Yeah.
So,
Rishabh's right.
Hey, with the change of the coach, I'm not sure if you caught this, Pez, but England changed their coach and their captain.
Yeah.
And the guy who does some paper pushing or some shit.
Yeah.
And people are excited by that. But what about Moeen Ali getting back into the Test team? That would be exciting for them. I mean, he's not going to do it because he's already retired from red ball cricket, and I don't know what his relationship is to any of those three people. But it'd be nice to see him get a game.
What do you make of? I just take that as a comment, but like, what do you make of? What do you make of the trio that we've got?
Partridge shrug. Absolute partridge shrug.
Really?
Yeah.
I read an article from Mark Atherton today saying it's it looms as a very shrewd and logical and inspiring choice.
You know what?
Brendan McCullum.
My actual feelings are. Is it my actual?
That's what I've asked you.
Okay, no, but I was
go through 3 or 4 different characters you've got. I know the feeling. Do you want to know what I really think,
Elvis
or whatever
is
the
alive.
funniest thing is to say?
Yeah, that's right. I think it's as good a thing as they could have done.
Yep.
I think their team is awful, and I think they're miles away from anything. So.
I don't think they're as far away.
I know you don't. I know you don't. We're allowed to disagree. I mean, you're wrong. That's fine.
You're allowed to be wrong.
You're allowed to be wrong.
It's,
totally
it's your
fine,
right.
Mate. Don't worry about it.
Love that.
Keep looking at county championship highlights, man. I'm seeing Marnus bowl to Ben Stokes, and I'm just like, oh, okay, that's what it is. That's how they prepare. Go.
I think it's a bit. I think it's more like they played a lot of hard teams last year away.
They did,
and they fucked up by not picking a full strength side to play against New Zealand ahead of the World Test Championship final for New Zealand. They should have done that just to win some games. And then they were fucking around with rest and rotation.
Yep.
They should just, and I think they will, like just play a whole heap of Broad and Anderson. I think Archer will come back soon. I know he's got issues, but like Root will go 4. Stokes will step up at 6. They'll do enough in the nibbling decks to be in games and to get the right end of the stick for a couple of sessions as well. You know, you always have your 5-wicket session in the UK.
Yeah.
They'll get a refreshing bounce from that trio of Key, McCullum and Stokes. And, you know, what I think they should do is they really should stick with Zach Crawley and Ollie Pope, who are test standard if they just get a bit of time. I know Pope's had a lot. And I think they'll be okay, England. They're no great shakes, but they've got enough to be okay at home, I reckon. And then they've got the T20 World Cup in Australia, which they'll be a great shout for. And then, you know what? We're all fucking goldfish, and we've got no memory anyway. That's all they need to do.
I think you're right about last year. They had the 2 hardest away tours you could have on the back of playing heaps. I think they played more cricket than anyone else. The bubble stuff,
and bubble gear.
That definitely happened. Then they were favourites into the World Cup. Into the T20 World Cup, or equal favourites with India, and then they got tossed out by Pakistan. Did Pakistan beat them?
Yeah.
So because they batted first in that game because Pakistan won the toss.
Yeah, you couldn't win if you were batting first.
Yeah, exactly. And so then they had to watch Australia win it somehow. So there's certainly an argument for that. Yeah, and this should be their cash in summers. Like I wonder about New Zealand, like because they climbed the heights, they won the thing. What's New Zealand's play now? Yeah, where in New Zealand at? Obviously,
New
Ross
Zealand
Taylor's
are a good team, mate.
They are a good team.
Especially
like
David Conway coming in as well.
Sure. No, Ross Taylor's obviously retired, so there's a spot to fill there. But they've probably got enough talent. I mean, their bowling's still really good. They've got a spinner. It seems to do enough, don't they? Santner, Jazz Patel. I can't think of his name. He's been on the show.
Will Somerville.
Will Somerville. Thank you. Yeah, he's played enough cricket. There's enough
Bolt,
there.
Jammo.
Oh yeah. Wagner still doing business. Southey, I mean they've got Lockie Ferguson. They've got Milne.
Yeah,
they've got
good bowlers.
No, the bowlers are really good, and they'll do well in England for sure. And then
they were great against India in that game as well last year. That was a great test, the 6-dayer.
Yeah, it was really good.
The final.
Really
I like that. They played really well.
They did. I think they're a good team, but I wonder because they scaled the heights, right? They did the thing. They achieved the thing. So where are they at in their cycle now?
It's a good series
for them. Winning in England would be a
series.
really good series. And then South Africa's an interesting one where like South Africa won against India, and that should be a fucking big deal because India were like climbing up to. I mean, they were the number one team at the time.
I got question marks on India now. As a red ball nation.
So do I.
Just right now, I just think they're a bit in between.
Yeah.
India. There's a whole bunch of young guys knocking on the door, but a couple of the old guys are still having their turn.
Yeah.
Pujara and what's his name? How could I forget? Mafioso Rahane.
Yeah. They're
obviously out. Though, Pujara scoring 1,000 runs in England. Do you pick him for that one-off game against England? I don't know. Rohit's only got a couple of years left. Kohli's struggling.
For me, they're in between captains. Like Rohit Sharma is like he's 34, right? So he might captain for say 2 years, which is enough time. That's enough time to get. Still play plenty of cricket. He'll be captain against Australia in that series beginning of next year. But it seems it's not. That's not going to be Rohit Sharma's team.
They're not a team.
It's in between.
They don't seem to be a team at their peak. And that South Africa series loss that really.
That's a blow.
Took the gloss off. Like them losing to New Zealand and then South Africa in that series, it really took the gloss off where Indian cricket was going. Plus, and we've failed to say this so far, Ravi Shastri's no longer coach as well. So it's a big identity change. They're in transition now, India. How long is that going to take? What sort of transition does that look like? Is it still kind of a bit of continuity around the current players that they've still got? Or do you start bringing in the younger guys? Is it Shreyas Iyer's turn? Is it all these guys? Like, do you bring them in and let them go? Is it Prithvi Shaw's turn? Like, who opens a fucking bag?
Vahari's weird. He's a weird
Vahari,
one. He's weird. Like he's always next cab, but when he comes in, it's like he does okay.
Is Vahari? Like I respect his output as well, and his heart against Australia. That was some serious grit.
For sure.
But like, I now expect Indian top order players or middle order players to be like. The best bat you've ever seen in your life. It's like all of them you expect them to be like this person could average 50. But he still feels stopgap to me. And I'm just that's a compliment to how good Indian cricket is that I'm saying that because he's a hell of a player. But it's just like is he Indian good? Mate,
I wonder.
Would I say that if he was just good in the IPL, which he just doesn't play because he's just a red ball guy?
Exactly. I wonder if like so much of their problem is solved is like if just Kohli just goes back to being himself, he just scores heaps of runs again. I mean that does seem to be a enormous thing where like if he became Kohli again then that's a pretty big piece of the puzzle.
It's like getting a player back, signing a new player,
actually playing with 11 players this time.
You see that in teams that are struggling for form sometimes so weird, like just one player comes good and it's like we're good to go.
That Australia series bowled out 36, Kohli goes home and then they start being amazing. I'm not it's not related, but I'm just saying like they won that series without him with a different captain and what.
They love Australia. They love playing against Australia.
That's their big series.
Yeah.
That's their big series for sure.
All right, a couple other ones here. Here goes. Jason Stewart, AED. Is that Australia? It's a big donation. Thanks, Jason. Boys, the year is 2028 and TGC has 10 million subs. At this moment, Higgos betrays Pez by leaking a dark secret about his past, and dark is in capitals.
Okay.
Does TGC survive?
Yeah, why wouldn't it?
Well, I mean, you haven't even asked me how I feel.
Doesn't matter. I've got the rights now. Let me tell you, TDC in 2020, I had a few changes in mind.
Why are you pretending to be alpha?
And it involves bikini models.
Okay. What sort of help us out here, Jason, and pay another $25.
Yeah, or fuck off. Yeah.
What sort of secret are we looking at?
Yeah.
What sort of secret? What's a dark secret about my past? Oh, I never learned how to ride a bike. tried to convince my mates of that once.
Well, I'm distancing myself from Sam Perry all of a sudden for the dark secret. Yeah. Hey, Arco's back. He said, "Read now." my view on the future of IPL and tests.
Oh no,
Arco, what's going on, brother?
Yeah.
Is everything
He's
okay?
Just trying his best, you know.
Yeah, but like, just stop saying "read now." Then just said my view on. Okay, what's your view then? Right, just like you've got our attention. Write the question.
Can you copy paste it from
just
there?
write the question.
Just copy paste it, then put it in. It could be the best view ever. It's going to be ripped apart.
Systematically. Systematically ripped apart, piece by piece, slowly.
People don't realise that about TGC. So when we rip things apart, there's actually a system behind it, and we train it.
There's actually infrastructure.
4-4-2.
Gegenpressing.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You got to defend from the front.
It's heavy metal.
Yeah. Get a dog up, you Arco.
Nice.
Thanks, Brandon. Cheers. Yeah.
Hey, I want to know, fans of the music out there. Yash Dahl is on for a roll here. I want to know, fans of music, if you've listened to Kendrick's new album yet, because I haven't listened to it yet. It got dropped on Friday evening our time, and I've not listened to it yet, and I'm keen. I'm going to the gym tomorrow morning. I'll have a look at it. I'm going to have a look at it there. So let me know if you've listened to it.
I've read good things.
Yeah, I've heard good things. It's been 5 years since Damn, his last album.
Right.
I remember having like a little, it wasn't a listening party, but I remember like sitting down and listening. You don't really do that much.
No, not in the internet era.
Nah. Outside leg for me, Pez. But they're going to review that.
I haven't seen it.
I'll tell you, the speed deals look very good.
She looks alpha, Hardik, doesn't he?
Very. I think he's the most alpha Indian cricketer.
There aren't a lot of big boys. Oh, look, he's fucking blowing it. Is he blowing up?
Gesticulated.
Oh, he's blowing up at someone who says review it.
But was he joking? Was he joking?
No, I don't think so. This is good. So problems in the Gujarat camp.
Well, okay.
Problems
very
in the Gujarat camp. He'd want to be right here, Hardik. And he is by a long way. So whoever was gesticulating at him there.
Yeah. I thought it was at the umpire.
No, he's upset with someone telling him.
No, I thought he was joking.
I don't think so. He pointed at someone afterwards. Of course, that's what happens.
It's a nice shot from Gaikwad. Very good shot. Why did you say that Gaikwad was looking thick? Just in his in his little profile
picture,
photo.
He just looked a bit. He just had a thicker face than I expected.
Yeah. He's looking lean in the body.
Just a thick bone.
Yeah, sure.
Structure.
No, I completely understand. Imagine using your feet to a guy by 135.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Look at that. Boom.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, nice true wicket. CSK turn up the player today, have they? Okay. Dwayne Bravo writes in, CSK dropped me. Should cheerleaders return to IPL? 6.
Good shot.
He's a good player, Gaikwad.
He's a good player, isn't he?
Should cheerleaders return to IPL?
I will say I never watched the IPL before last year. Yep. So I don't remember, because obviously it was COVID era, so I never actually watched.
What do you think of cheerleaders?
I don't remember. At the cricket, I just don't understand it. I don't understand what the benefit of that is as an experience for like something for the audience on television or at the grounds. I'm not saying.
Do you enjoy softcore dancing trappings of cheerleaders?
Oh, in the privacy of my own home.
But what about just as part of a sporting event? Like,
no.
If we're gonna do cheerleading, like I want serious choreography. Like I want to.
You want Cirque du Soleil.
I want to be impressed with like the production. Mate, I don't need I don't need titillation and pins and
What's taking him down here? Yeah, you don't need pins now. Pez,
I don't need it. Like I mean, I'm not saying I'm averse to a pin.
Needs and wants are different, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm averse to a pin. I'll have a look at a pin.
I fell in love with 4 mannequins on the way over here.
Honestly, I can't. Okay, walking down near where I live, there's like a lingerie store, and in the shop window, just mannequins and lingerie. Oh, I've fallen in love. I'm almost.
Find myself gawking at the vectors of a mannequin. Don't even have a salad.
Doesn't have a head. Some of them don't have heads. One arm's missing. Oh, how's a rig on it though? Christ. It's being a mannequin. Okay, let's make that clear.
Just take one there.
Yeah, that's
a bit of pressure as well.
Double up. You know what that is, Pez? That's smart cricket.
Yeah, of course.
Smart cricket.
Rather hit one after a boundary than 4.
Now, Pez, I went to America recently, I went to a sports game, and that game was the LA Lakers.
Yeah.
And you know what, mate?
What's that, mate?
I'm having a look at a Laker girl. Okay.
Okay, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I'm
Well, I've been
only flesh
watching-
and bones.
Have you watched Winning Time?
No, not yet.
I
no.
have watched the season, and like Jerry Buss like introduced the Laker girl cheerleader,
right?
You know that style.
Yeah, sure.
And yeah, you're having a look at that. So in the right time, right place.
I'm having a look. Yeah. What am I doing here? Come on, hey.
I mean, once it's there, it's I'm sure it's a vectors game.
It's a trapping for the eyes.
Yeah,
it's something for your eyes, and then the music around it. Yeah, that's something for the ears as well. It's just the whole thing's just for your senses. Mate, going to the Super Bowl was just my senses were just being absolutely pounded in every direction.
Do you want sex at sport?
No, that was my point. I don't need to be aroused at a sporting event. Like, now, when I saw,
I get irritated. Oh, I'm aroused now. That's from sport, and it's too much.
Seeing LeBron, I'm aroused with that. But that's in a, I don't even know what genre that is.
Different type of arousal.
Yeah. I'm not getting hard for that.
Just, like I don't mean to be puritanical about it with cheerleaders.
Please
I don't mean to be like, I don't want that around me. I can't be trusted. Kind of thing. No, keep it away from me. Kind of thing. It's not just like it just feels a bit like.
You know what it is? It's sweet and savoury.
Contrivance, It's just like, give him a bit of sex. I like that. Throw a bit of fucking meat in the bone there. Like it's
no, exactly, because I'm at the game enjoying the thing.
The women
I'm seeing athletes perform.
The women are good at what they do with cheerleading. They're awesome. Great dancers. They're really good. Of that. It's just like,
yeah.
I'll
look at a pin.
That's there's a pin for you. What's that?
But it's confusing to my senses.
I just
because then there's fucking kiss cam. Oh, there's romance in the air as well. What am I feeling?
It's basically just try and give it as much sort of softcore porn
I'm
around you as
pulled
possible.
in different directions.
Yeah. Just give them some softcore porn.
Softcore stuff.
Yeah.
Get on your phone, bit of serotonin,
that's
a notification
that's
there.
life though, isn't it? Like that's just a TV ad.
Story.
That's billboard stuff. It's just the Whitlam said, sex is everywhere but nowhere around me. Like it's just everywhere you look, it's just fucking birds deluxe. Your eyes are getting drawn everywhere. It just gets exhausting.
I remember Stephen Merchant on a podcast said, "Can you be a sex addict if you're not getting any?"
I don't know.
Boys, talk about the IPL.
Soham writes in, feels extremely sad when the players which you watched as kids pass away. As an Indian fan, hated Symonds, who always scored against us, RIP. Cheers, Symonds.
He was good against India. I mean, he's good against everyone, but he was good in Asia, wasn't he? Not sure if he ever played test matches there.
No, I don't think he did. Chinmay K. Maybe he did. Guys, what's the ODI's shelf life now, since it doesn't have the excitement of the T20s nor the thrill of a test match spell? What's the future?
Here's my view on that.
Yep.
I thought the 2019 World Cup was fucking awesome.
Yep.
The 50-over World Cup, which England won in the end, and obviously the great final. But I thought that whole tournament was really exciting.
Did you think the same about the 2015 World Cup in Australia? It's pretty good.
Pretty good. But what it is,
2011 in India. But
what it is, when cricket is given context, as in a World Cup and the meaning behind it, and now 50 over World Cups have had 40 years, right, of almost 50 years of history. So there's some history there behind it as well, which is why Test cricket survives, because of the history, 140 odd years behind that. So I really like a World Cup. Moeen's just absolutely slogged Rashid Khan.
Has he mowed him? Would you call that a mowing? I didn't see it.
Yeah, a bit of a mow. Ian Alley. So yeah, a 50 over World Cup is really good. India's obviously got the one next year. That'll be good. India will India probably win that. So I like them. But the problem is teams have to practice. So they got to get games in there. There's all these
there's a lot of meaningless shit.
Yeah, meaningless shit. But you have to
it's too long.
It's the same as the international friendlies. The teams have to play that to qualify, so they practice with each other. So then the World Cup is the spectacle that it is, which is obviously later this year in Qatar. That was a fucking great shot. You know what I mean? So you you can't just go into a tournament having never played this thing before, no idea what the team is, because that's shit as well. We won't be watching a higher standard. So see what I'm saying there? So I like them. I like 50 over cricket when it's given context, but you just got to put up with heaps of shit in the meantime.
I mean,
in my opinion,
they've definitely. Would you think it would be fair to say that an ODI has probably fallen below a T20 in terms of the a priority of nations.
Yeah, I do think that.
I think an ODI World Cup still holds more prestige than a T20 World Cup.
Agreed. Well, because they play that every 2 years.
Agreed. But I think after the World Cups, they're almost a non-event.
Yes, completely agree.
Like a Champions Trophy. Okay, all well and good, but what are we looking at, really?
How did the Champions Trophy come into existence?
Don't know.
I think they're probably just trying
Australia
to find a way
has
to
a very poor relationship to the Champions Trophy.
Yeah, they've only won one, I think.
They won. What was that in 2010 when Hussey did that shit? Or did they lose in the final? They lost in the final. I don't think they've won one.
No, I remember they did win one, and it was like that was like the final trophy in the cabinet kind of thing.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Under Ponting, I think. So yeah, sort of that era.
I watched Australia versus England at Edgbaston in Champions Trophy in 2017, and it was just like
2017. That's still playing.
Yeah. Australia made 250 in the first innings, and England chased it down in 38 overs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like England have smashed us in like white ball cricket.
They
won one World Cup.
They deliver.
It was a tie.
Shellackings. Yeah. Yeah, a lot to show for a team that's so good at white ball cricket.
And Australia somehow still have the same amount of T20 World Cups. I don't know. But I do, don't I?
Since when was Jadeja out of CSK? He's got a bruised rib. Will, he's injured.
Bruised rib sounds grim. Like
Yeah.
anything that affects your breathing, like you hurts to breathe. Fuck that. Absolute bin stuff for me.
What other questions have we got coming through here, mate? It's nice to have a couple of beers just before here.
It was nice, wasn't it?
He goes took me out to a nice bar in Paran.
Yeah, it was
good.
Little Sunday.
Yeah, a little Sunday afternoon. You can bring a dog.
Tipple?
Bring a
tipple?
Yeah.
Something for the eyes there, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring
It's
a
nice.
dog. Dogs
Yeah,
in pubs. Nice,
dogs.
homely.
Australia's shit on that stuff. Yeah, in the UK, dogs in pubs everywhere. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Well, Melbourne's fucking way better than Sydney.
Yeah, that's right. But
But
still, on transport, just let dogs be part of things.
Let the boy watch.
Dogs are great. Let them be part.
Yeah.
They're good. That's how I'd advocate for it in Parliament.
Hey,
dogs are good.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, she's too old.
Yeah. There we go. Pet Super Chat's come in.
Okay. Thanks, Mansa Sage. Sorry, I can't say that very well. IPL cheerleading story. Callis' sister, so Jarks Callis. Callis' sister was employed as a cheerleader by an IPL team and performed when he got out, causing a public rift in the family.
Absolutely no way that's true. Absolutely no way that's true. In that manner of fact.
But like, was she employed as a cheerleader in an IPL team that was playing against Callis?
All right, let's punch in some key search terms here, Pez.
I mean, Jarks Callis. We could just talk about him as a player all day.
Yeah. Callis,
Oh, look,
sister,
it's a see it strategic timeout.
IPL cheerleader.
Controversy.
Just go to favourites.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go to cricketaddictor.com.
Yeah, okay.
All right, what's this got to say? This was written in 2021.
Yep. What are we looking at?
Okay, I'm going to read this, and I
Okay.
don't know how much of this is true.
Yep.
It might surprise most of you that Jacques Callis' sister, Janine Callis, was once a cheerleader in the IPL. In fact, Janine used to be a cheerleader when Callis played for RCB. Janine was a cheerleader for the three-time champions CSK in the 2009 season of the IPL. Thus, it must have been an odd moment when Callis used to get out in the IPL and his sister celebrated his brother's dismissal. In fact, it also got reported that Callis took the same in the right sporting spirit. Callis went on to add he was impressed with the dance skills of his sister.
Right. Well, that's a bit of rabble-rousing from Mansa Hedge.
Yeah. Now,
what's Callis going to do? He's going to be like
he's gonna
Shirley,
get out.
because her name's Shirley.
That's right.
Shirley
yeah.
Callis.
Yeah, it was Janine, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like Shirley.
Yeah. Shirley. Shirl.
Yeah.
He's walking off and she's cheerleading. He's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing? I'm just doing my job. No, you look
now,
somber and solemn and forlorn while
Yes.
your brother walks off.
yeah, and now there's a rift in the family because now family members like cousins, nieces, nephews,
Can't
aunts,
believe
uncles.
you danced. She's just meant to stand there like this.
Yeah, stand there.
when he
That's
gets
right.
out.
Not flossing. Yeah, people are involved and just complete rift in the family. Sad. Jimmy Nizzle said, "Read much."
Yeah, you see, because you tripped
over
a word once or twice.
Well, that's the thing.
So,
no, I don't read.
So he's just going to pay $1.79 in pounds to ask you and insinuate that you don't read much.
Joke's on you there, JK, because that's like 40 cents in my pocket after tax. So
okay, you're taking a bit of a cut, are you?
A little slice off the top.
Yeah, pocket a bit of cream. Take a little clip. Clip on the clip. You got to clip the ticket. Everyone's got to clip the ticket.
Fucking hell. Lockie says, any chance of getting Cal's sister in for an interview? Yeah, I'd say so.
Sure,
Big chance. Yeah, get Shirley on. Her name's just Shirley now.
Shirl. How are you?
Yeah, Shirl.
Well, we've got a few... Got to start drawing up a bit of a list of guests for the upcoming English summer, which we will be covering.
For sure,
here.
for sure.
Once again, further entreaties for Johnny Bairstow will be made.
Yes.
It's now a source of amusement.
Mate, I wonder if we can have a chat to Joe Root now that he's no longer the captain. Maybe he's actually going to enjoy not doing media commitments at all.
Yeah.
He follows TGC.
Does he?
Well, he played Great Cricket in Adelaide, didn't he?
Yeah, he's mates with Lino, isn't he?
He's followed us for ages. We've never had any contact with him, I don't think. Maybe a couple of unread DMs.
Yeah, right. Yeah, a couple of
He
them.
strikes me as a really nice guy.
Yeah, I bet he's a good schooner. I bet he's good.
Do you reckon Alistair Clark's a good bloke?
Alistair Clark.
Cook.
Oh, Cook, sorry. Yeah, I do. I reckon
Same.
Cook. I reckon Cook would be good.
I reckon there's a level there, though. There'd be a level there.
Cook. Probably, mate, what are we looking at? Posh stuff, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So exasperated by that. Yeah, I guess, yeah. What
Really
stadium's that?
impressive.
It looks nice. Nice part of the world.
Is that 1K?
Can someone tell us where this game's been
Where's
played?
this game being played?
Hey, Luke said you should get Virat Kohli in for interviews, Sam Perry and Ian Higgins.
I'm tagged in it too.
Yeah, are you?
Oh no, there's some. You should get Virat Kohli in, yeah, of course. No, thanks, Luke Schofield. I think Luke's pulling a leg there, but
do you reckon people are ever going to be happy?
1K. Nah, God no.
Because you know that more people that come to this thing that we do, you know, there should be never any expectation that people have gone through the entire discography, right? So like when people say like, oh, you should get Gilchrist on, it's like, well, he's been on 3 times already, but like that's not on them to like know what we've already done.
Yeah.
But
it's Sir Alistair Cook to you, rabble.
That's right.
Says Phil Law, Soffer.
God save our queen.
Yeah, that's right. To you, rabble. That's hard drives.
Yeah. So, you know, when more people come to this shit, you know, someone said before we're going to have 10 million followers in 2028 before this thing goes tits up. So, you know, a lot of people are going to be like, hey, you should interview this person. But by that time, you know, we probably would have interviewed every single person in the entire world.
You know, there's no real, also find very little correlation between a high profile guest and audience numbers.
Not really.
The biggest influence on numbers is something interesting happening in the cricket, really.
Yeah.
So
yeah, our first real explosion was sandpaper.
Yeah.
Explosion. It's not the right word for it. But first, that looked fucking grim. Was that Wade? It was Wade on the boundary.
Was it Wadey?
Yeah, dug his knee in.
Hey, Cock.
So not many people know this. So I think people, I wasn't even aware of this until I went. But people in Tasmania don't greet you as mate. They don't call you mate. They call you cock. And it's actually a term of endearment. That looked very nasty.
How are you, Cock?
How are you, cock?
Hey, Cock.
Hey, cocko.
Hey, Cock. Hey, Cocko, yeah. Hey, Cocko.
And it's
Go on, Cock.
It's exactly the same meaning as mate or pal or buddy or
it's like rooster.
Sir.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Whatever.
Just notice the hands on Rashid says lids. Gee whiz. Yeah, it's thick.
Just notice Sahar's pocket there. He's got screenshots for days.
Rishab's back saying interview Mia Khalifa. I think she's out of the game, brother. Interview James Milner. Still waiting for Colin de Gronholm interview. Yeah, we tried.
Yeah,
he
twice.
He brushed us
3 times. Twice or 3 times. It was lined up. It was lined up, and he brushed us deluxe, as in like we had literally organised a time and then just training in that.
There was one we were literally about to interview him, and
then he messaged. Yeah,
was it? Did he message?
Yeah, he messaged his training.
Interview Queen Elizabeth.
I think George was it King Henry VIII?
No, I've got one interesting one in the works. One interesting interview in the works where I've got a lead for someone that I think people would enjoy.
Do I know about it?
Yeah.
Don't tell me. You're going to tell me then.
No, I've mentioned it to you, but
okay.
I've got a confident lead on one.
Okay. See, Sam Perry, he works hard for the people. He works hard for the people. Pez, next year,
yep,
the IPL is scheduled to go for longer, and I wonder why, because there's not any more teams coming in. So I wonder, like, so yesterday there was no double header. There was just one game on Saturday, which is weird. I don't understand the benefit of lengthening the tournament, like to carve out more time. Can't they play the same amount of games in the same time? Or even less time would be better, surely. Because I feel like there's just... see, I'm saying some obviously dumb shit now because I'm saying like, people get bored. But here's the thing. Every single game that's been played makes money for someone. Every single game. So why would you make more games? More money. Income goes up. Players get more money. When's the right still? Right still's ended this year, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And it's going to be like 3 times worth the amount of money that they had for last time. So players going to have more salaries. Teams make more money. That's right, Argy. That's right.
I mean, and just carving out more ownership of the schedule as well.
Exactly, yeah.
It has the kind of on-flow effect of weakening other cricket.
That's
you
right.
know,
That's right.
And monopolising the game. And when you have a monopoly, you make heaps of cash, eh?
Yeah. Famously.
And get cachet, which is like more of a social construct.
That's right. That's right, mate. Hey, Ankit, thank you for that amount of income. But my interest in IPL has been declining with each match. I started gambling, so the matches feel more fun. Dream big, dream 11. Can't wait for some 5-day stuff. Just me? Yeah. A lot of people do get into gambling to make games more interesting because then you have a vested interest in the sport. And that's part of the problem with gambling and addiction generally. So just be careful with that, Ankit, I would suggest, if that's your thing. And as always, gamble responsibly. See, I could do voiceover work if I wanted to. Just don't want to.
I like Test cricket more than T20 cricket, really.
Same.
It's just a matter of, it's just a balance. You just got to find a balance with it, really.
Gary balance.
Who's going to win the election? Once bitten, twice shy. I don't know. Is Tim Payne's career dead? Well, Tassie, he didn't get a contract with Tassie. I don't know if he wanted one. So, not sure. It'll be up to him. I'm sure if he wants to play, he'll probably find a gig somewhere.
I thought that was odd.
But maybe he doesn't want to play. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe he just wants to do Big Bash. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you see Mr. Nags' interview with Kohli? I've been sent this by a few people. Look, didn't watch the whole interview. I did see one funny bit where he asks Kohli if he likes pets. Have you seen that? And he's like, I love pets. And he's like, oh, do you have one? And he's like, no, I don't have enough time to look after them, but we do love pets. And then Nag says something like, I was going to ask if you had 2 ducks or something like that.
Okay.
He does it better than that. I've really sold him short there, but it was a series of questions that led him to basically cleverly highlight that Kohli's made 2 ducks, which Kohli cracked up at.
He liked it.
He liked it a lot, and
that's good.
And Kohli went on to say like, I've never experienced this in my career. It's just one of those things. It's just happening, and hey, look, chill about it. But I actually really respected the joke because, like, having done a few interviews with Indian cricket, like, generally speaking, people aren't that keen to be sledged, you know?
Yeah.
Which is understandable. You just respect it. But, like, he did it in a clever enough way to get a laugh out of him.
Yeah, sure.
So
That
was good. He's
well
good.
crafted.
He's good at what he does.
I wonder if Kylie would have gone for that if we had gone for that. A couple of Aussies being like, why are you shit
It was very clever. He
Yeah.
led him into it.
Oh, Darnish is
really
good.
quite nicely. Yeah, and in person's helpful. I don't know if you could get the timing on Zoom.
Yeah.
So-
Especially if they don't have a microphone.
Jimmy Nizzle, videos with the wee cricket lads. They seem too innocent for my liking. Always said we respect the work of all the guys who do this kind of stuff. They've done some really successful stuff. Wee cricket, same with Final Word from Cricket District and all those guys.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
more like collabs are.
Why?
Collabs are better in person, firstly, I think, and you just got to get it. You got to get those things right. There might be a time where that comes, but like, yeah, I mean, Zoom, internet connections. What are you talking about? Not for me.
Arun said we should get some female guests on a show, of which we would have had 30. Maybe not 30.
I mean, I wonder, does Arun mean more female guests?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's fair. Peaceful Paul. Hey, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
I would have had no idea who Mr. Nags was if it weren't for the incident. But he's legit.
What's now known as the incident. That's good.
But he's legitimately really good and funny, in my opinion. Yeah, he's a very.
Paul's allowed to be wrong. That's fine.
He is a highly professional and successful guy. I mean, he knows how to write and deliver a joke. You know,
Yeah.
really well. Yeah. What's this Rashid Khan's hands thing? Says Molek. Well, he's just got massive mitts, so we're talking about it.
Yeah,
blokes.
obviously.
We're blokes, and we're fascinated with mitts.
Yeah, that's right. If Gujarat win this game, Pez,
Yes,
they'll go
mate.
into 20 points.
Yeah.
And then Lucknow are second. They're on 16 points, right?
Moeen's just
No, it's just mowed one off Kishore.
straight into the big mitts.
Yeah, showing those big old mitts.
Oh, that's a sharp vector.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's not sharp because he's got curvature on that beard. It's just sharply shaved. You know, it's very fresh.
Someone suggested on one of the
It's
shows.
almost like he's actually got an instrument to like get the symmetry of that line correct.
Who are you talking from?
Rashid Khan's
Yeah, so
beard.
that's what I was talking about. So someone asked us on one of the review
Got
shows
like
we're
a
doing
reverse parabola on it.
about who's got like best beard and salad combination, and Rashid Khan is right up there. It's very tight.
It's a tightly shaved.
Yeah.
Face salad.
I could shave my beard off the vectors off his beard. That's a
Yeah.
real razor sharp.
It's almost as though he's got a stencil
Yeah.
that he puts on his face.
That's right. It's actually
Yeah.
just coloured in.
Yeah,
with a 2B.
and shaves around it. Yeah, that's right. It was like eyebrows. He just draws draws his beard on. I like it. Vivek writes in, hopefully this is enough for our Ashwin interview. You saying that, Vivek, well, firstly, thank you.
Oh, the money.
It's always been the money that's held it back.
Yeah.
It's like a boxing bout when we do interviews with people. You know, like if the money's right, we'll do it. No, that's not true. And in fact, money is never involved at our end.
They pay us.
Yeah, that's right.
That works, yeah.
No, we don't. That's not how we roll.
Hey, Edward, welcome to Coat.
Thanks, Edward.
Welcome to Coat.
Yeah, coat.
Yeah, anyway, what I was going to say was, now if GT win this game, they'll be on 20 points, right? Now, does that mean that they're automatically in the top two? Because who can catch them? Only Lucknow. Yeah, okay. So if they win this game, then
Lucknow can get to 20, and Lucknow's net run rate is superior.
Okay,
So
so then we
Gujarat's
got
will go up a bit. It's quite close though.
okay. So, but it doesn't matter because if you're first or second, you play that
They're
game.
top
anyway.
two, yeah.
You play that game anyway.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right. That's right.
So they win one more game. Yeah, okay.
Well, actually, they're already guaranteed top two, I think. Or Rajasthan could get there, I guess.
okay. They have to win the
Rajasthan could
last
get
two
there.
games. Yeah, okay.
Rajasthan could get there. Actually, so could RC.
so-
no,
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 RC's
they
got one
can't. They're
game.
13
Yeah.
games.
I think that's also, you know how we were saying before that like numbers for the first like half of this tournament were down 30% from last year, as in viewing numbers, across all
Yeah.
platforms of the IPL. I wonder if it's like the three most supported teams, I think, are MI, CSK, RCB. Now, RCB is, okay, they're third at the moment, but RCB, I suspect, won't make it.
Not out.
I suspect RCB will not make the playoffs.
Really?
Yeah. And then that sort of, that leads to like, lack of interest. Lack of interest in sport. Also, the second half of the tournament finished like 3 weeks ago, like last year's tournament, the OAE, you know?
First Pack writes in and says, are there going to be any more ACCO-sponsored interviews with teams this season, boys?
Okay, well, first of all, mind your own business.
Yeah, that's right. Why do you want to know?
This is a private venture that we perform here.
You just, listen, you just get what you're given.
You know what you are?
Okay?
You know what you are? You're a peeping Tom.
I wasn't peeping Tom, I was bird watching. Same thing. George McFly up a tree. That's how Back to the Future started. He's a peeping Tom. Looking at Lorraine through those binoculars.
Have I told you this or... I think I was saying it to someone else.
There's more. There's more interviews. Okay? But shut up. There's more. Quite soon.
Now, what I'm about to say, you're gonna say I can't, but what you're gonna say? Watch. I've never watched Back to the Future. I've never seen it.
Fuck yeah! So we can watch it together. It's my greatest film of all time.
Yeah. Okay. So I haven't. I've not said this to you before.
No.
Okay. I said to someone else recently, and their first response was, "What? You've never?" And I was like, "Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Can we get?"
I'm not going to do that to you.
Yeah.
It's actually a great opportunity to.
Yeah. Sharing some art.
Oh, it's just a banger, mate. It's a banger.
Yeah. Well, it must be.
It's a banger.
It was so good they made a second one, so it's got to be good.
It's 3.
Yeah, that's what the third one's like.
Third one's fucking great.
It's like The Hangover.
No. It's good.
Back to the Future is like The Hangover.
Yeah, you need to watch it. Anyone who says that obviously hasn't watched it.
Hard drives.
What others? Any other big movies you've not seen?
I agree with Richard. I've never watched The Avengers. Never watched that. I've never got into like the DC Marvel thing. Because I've had sex with a woman once, so I don't really need to.
It's not easy.
Happened once. This will be good. Luke Schofield, Ian Higgins, you are wearing jeans on your upper body. Jeans go on your legs. Sam Perry, you are complicit. I was just following orders. Bin stuff.
What the fuck? You're wearing jeans on your upper body. I see.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, look, what Luke's done there is it's the same genre as what you just did to people who watch Marvel movies. It's just like, you do that, you're wrong. Objectively. You don't do that. People's like, I just like me Marvel movies. Yeah.
Dad.
You got a bit of denim on the top. A denim shirt's fine. Yeah, it's just doubling up on the denim's the issue, and you're not doing that. You got lovely threads there. Yeah. It's not denim.
No, it's Chino.
It's Chino. It's fine, mate.
Yeah.
I'm complicit.
Mate. Anyone giving you fashion advice over in the YouTube comment section? Yeah. All the best, Luke. With your hand tonight. No, I don't mean that. You're a nice guy. No, you're not. You're a coat. Oh, I'm about to explode.
Oh God.
Yeah, indeed.
Praveen Kumar says starting an Indian version of TGC equals the gully cricketer. Go for it, brother. See how you go. Surely Schwarzenegger gets a look in for an interview now that him and Higgos are best mates.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. He stopped answering my texts pretty quick. Gave me his number though. That was nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Obviously. Yeah.
Okay, here's one's come in from Arpit. Boris.
Yeah.
Might mean to say boys, but I like it.
It's good.
Boris, are you into conspiracy theories?
Here we go. Now we're talking.
Do you have any cricket-related theory?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I got plenty of unpopular opinions.
Yeah.
My current theory is that BCCI always planned last year's IPL to be held in 2 stages. What do you think? No.
Okay, well, why?
What's the upside?
Yeah.
What's the upside for that?
Yeah.
Develop cricket in the UAE.
Just at the decks.
That's right. CSK need to win. Got to get going in Sharjah there.
We've got to get KKR into the final somehow.
Yeah. Got to get Sunil Narayan on those decks. How do we do that?
We got to get Chakravarthi into the tournament. More like Chakravarthi, am I right, guys?
No.
Wrong. Late.
There's a few. I mean, I'd rather talk about unpopular opinions, but I've already done it. I just want to say it again because
it's funny. Me. I know. Yeah, Pez and I went through some. We're working on this thing at the moment, and just a whole bunch of notes we got in the shared document, and we're just reading through some unpopular opinions, and and my one that I've always maintained is Courtney Walsh not that good.
Just wait, show me the evidence.
Show me any statistic which proves that he was any good.
I never saw it.
That's the worst throw I've ever seen.
I think with Courtney Walsh, a lot of it is to do with not being able to throw the ball in from the boundary.
Sure. Yeah.
So even a West Indian opening bowler couldn't make that look anything but beta. Not even the coolest West Indian cunt could do that. It's just just throw it in, mate.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know what it's like for the shoulder to be cooked.
Yeah. But yeah, just don't rate it. Never rated it. How many wickets you get? 520 or something?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot.
But show me one thing. Show me one statistical piece of evidence.
And I also think his arm was so at 12 o'clock and it was so straight as to be not that imposing.
He never hurried anyone up.
And the action wasn't heavy. He did hurry heaps of people up.
Of course he did, mate.
And it was a lot of it was before our brain started remembering shooting cricket.
Yeah. We almost interviewed him last year.
Did we?
Yeah. Not long after.
Rory Dennis. Pez, talk us through McGrath being a chucker.
Yep. That's one of Pez's magic moments. McGrath chucked it.
My unpopular opinions, magic moments. Pez's magic moments. I think Glenn McGrath chucked it. All I'm saying is...
Yeah, what are you saying?
You just... Firstly, it starts with the question of how can one man be so accurate? How can one man be so accurate?
Yeah.
Right?
Just like a dart thrower.
And secondly, you look at it and you never suspect McGrath because basically for his first 2 years aside, when he actually bowled some decent wheels that people forget, he was, he was that kind of miserly, metronomic, low 130s. And even later on in his career was high 120s, then low 130s.
Yeah. And
I just sometimes look that often do a close up of the same presentation out of his hands, and I just feel sometimes I could just it's a bent arm, but most arms are bent when you bowl. Actually, it's about the straightening that makes it a chuck. I just felt like sometimes there's just a little bit of a flexion there that might, if you've ever tried to, so for example, if I said to you, 10 yards away in your house in the hallway, you've got to land a ball in a cup or something.
Yeah.
You're never going to do
Courtney Walsh at third man.
Exactly. You're not going to bowl it in Courtney. But you naturally you probably chuck that a little bit.
Well, the accuracy is in the wrist sort of flexion, which suggests an element of that as well.
I just really need to be clear that I know how if my mum's life was at stake with this theory, I would be okay, I don't.
You'd probably back off a little.
I'm never wrong, so
exactly.
If
what you say is, I'm not sure now.
That's right. It's obviously silly. I just thought let's have a look at it. Have a look at it.
Yeah.
What does that mean, mate?
What about this one for the comments, Pez? MS Dhoni not that good a finisher.
Okay. Well, I have said before, MS Dhoni, is he as good as they say? and I'm just explaining that by saying he looked very sloppy in Australia.
This looks lazy.
It's just a sloppy setup.
Yeah.
It's sloppy salad, sloppy gloves. The test stuff, the test batting is early on in the career.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's all right.
It's okay. He's not a god. And we're not really giving a fuck about one-day cricket from 2010 onwards.
Yeah.
So what do we...
We didn't win shit.
Because we didn't win. And so why is that? Caring. And why is that? That's the point is these opinions are unpopular.
Yeah. And likely wrong.
Murderously unpopular and wrong. But funny for that reason.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? We're looking at anything else?
I don't know.
Have you watched Jared Kimber video explaining MSD and Bevan's art of finishing, Praveen? No, I haven't watched it. Says more about me. I'm sure it's a good video. and because Jared's work is good. Jared's work's always very good.
Look at that ground there, Pez. They're playing this cricket over there. It's like what
Prithvi.
Well, Prithvi was saying. Yeah, there's like heaps of games, like 20 games happening at the same time. Amazing.
That's awesome.
It's quite a big population in India, isn't there?
That's what they say.
Yeah, I haven't looked it up, but
have you seen there's like conspiracy theories online of people saying Australia doesn't exist?
You know? Oh, that sounds familiar.
I love that.
That sounds familiar. Now, we've done this before. We've done conspiracy theories before. Like, my favourite one is JFK. Oh. That's. I think yours is the same, right? But does that
gold medal conspiracy?
Does that dip into actual conspiracy theory? Because isn't it proven that the Warren Commission report? I mean, the Warren report was just complete and utter rubbish.
I don't know if that was
proven. Right. Okay.
But I mean, there's a bit going on.
Yeah. There's
Adnan Syed. He did it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. What about the Nisha call?
He just did it. The police couldn't piece together like step by step exactly how he did it.
Yeah.
And in the court system, you're going to need to do that to prove it. So I understand people's issues with it, but come on.
Well, it's the same thing with mate. I saw someone's the other day talking about Chappelle Corby, which is a very famous drug trafficking case in Australia. If you don't know who that person is, where was she from? She from Perth, Western Australia, Chappelle Corby, or was it? I don't think it was Sydney. No. I think the flight was from Sydney. It was going to Bali, and she was caught with like 4 kilograms of marijuana,
right?
Trying to enter the country,
right?
Enter the country.
I think she was entering.
Yeah. Entering the country.
In a boogie board bag.
Boogie board bag. Boogie board bag.
Boogie board.
That's fun to say. Anyway,
can I have a boogie board?
She was eventually released, but it was a very famous case in Australia.
Like 15 years.
Yeah, she spent 15 years in jail or some shit. Mate, the most interesting thing about that, okay, first of all, my opinion, guilty as all fuck, and the publicity saved her life. Her lawyer got disbarred because he was the one who brought the case of the baggage handlers must have put it in there. Now it's actually enormously illegal for a lawyer to bring an argument to court which has absolutely zero foundation. It's actually and so that lawyer was disbarred. Anyway, it's just a small piece of the puzzle there in terms of, in my opinion, she fucking did that shit, man. And she spent a long time in a Bali jail, but publicity probably saved her life because people die for that shit. And 3 people knew about sandpaper.
Oh, absolutely. What do you mean? They wrote a letter, so
mate.
I worry about that. Why wouldn't that come back up again?
Well, it wasn't that big a deal here. It sort of got swept under the carpet a bit. From memory. Oh, what a shot that is. He's going to be out of the ground for 4. What?
Out of the infield.
Yeah, that's right. Cop that. That's out of the infield. That's out of the 30-yard circle.
Guy quad. I like it.
How do you go with stuff like Tupac's alive, Elvis is alive, that kind of shit? It's dumb. Weird
shit. Yeah. Way to show that you're a dumb... Tupac's alive, Elvis is alive. Yeah, okay. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that style of conspiracy.
Nah, it's not for me, that stuff.
Man on the Moon. Thoughts?
The Jim Carrey movie.
Oh, the R.E.M. song.
Yeah, it's a nice beat to it. Man on the Moon. Yeah, that to me, why does it annoy me? Why does it annoy me, that one? Because I'm a dreamer, Pez. I'm a dreamer.
Mark Wall's greyhounds are doping.
Yeah.
Because you're a dreamer.
Yeah, because how do I know? Well, what information do I have? I see like it's because I want to believe that happened, but then it's like just through the internet I found out that people don't believe that Earth is flat, that kind of shit, and there's so much evidence which suggests. But then who do I believe? Because I'm not an astrophysicist.
Yeah, there's a great bit in Ronnie Cheng's stand-up about like how many like all these people on Facebook who like he's called them like people who peaked in high school. Saying
favorite kind of guys
saying about vaccines. Show me the evidence.
Yeah.
Show me the evidence. Yeah. And he's going like, what? You're a D average student. He's like, you failed academically.
Yeah.
even if it was given to you, he's like, do you think they're going to read it and like read it, go, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, actually, no, you've changed my life. Okay, Thank you for that life-saving technology.
Yeah, of course.
And he's like, you missed the background. You wouldn't be able to understand it anyway.
Yeah,
if you got the evidence.
Absolutely, mate. Can you imagine what would be the equivalent? Okay, a big one's like vaccines, right? But there's enough people watching this to like, not everyone's gonna believe in the efficacy of vaccines or whatever. Okay, but so we're gonna upset some people. Yeah, bin stuff, exactly. But like, can you imagine the frustration? Well, okay, two things. Okay, people use like this, like the controversial identity stuff as part of their own identity. It's like, oh, you think that? I want this to be my thing. Earth is flat. I know that. I'm going to create a community around myself and then my friends. Now I have a voice. Going to get me soapbox here. Got some pretty strong thoughts. I've figured life out. I'm the smart one, okay? People use this identity shit, right?
Yep.
Whereas I use a cover driver. It's my profile picture on Facebook. Facebook. I've been on there in 8 years.
Complete swing sort of thing.
That's right, yeah. I've actually cropped the photo. I've actually been bold. Can't see that. Just sort of move the picture in a little bit. Or zoom.
That reminds me.
Anyway, mate, can you imagine like the amount of like the frustration you must feel if you are an epidemiologist? Like you spent your entire life researching a thing, then some cunt on Facebook just goes like, nah, no good. I got a few thoughts. Yeah, do you? But the same thing as like someone, like if someone said to me like Courtney Walsh wasn't good, I'd be like, mate, you don't know what you're talking about. I know cricket. I've spent my entire life in the game.
Yeah.
In and around the game.
Well, it's like people who forge an identity through just rank contrarianism.
Right,
like,
yeah.
It's just like, look, I can like cheaply and quickly quickly and cheaply like convey an image of an independent, intelligent thinker by just saying something's wrong or questioning something. I don't really know the next steps after that. I'm not particularly interested in it, but I can build it. I can build a brand around rhetorical questions
100%,
to like
bit of merch
to like establish like received wisdom on things.
Yeah.
And I can get a community going.
100%.
It's like what Ronnie Chen's saying, but like, okay, I'll show you the evidence. It's like I'm not going to do anything. Like, we'll see. This is wrong.
Yeah.
So, but it's still important. You got to question shit sometimes as well, because like you can't just leave establishment thinking.
But that's what I was getting to with like the man on the moon thing right now. Like when you get to conspiracy theories like that, I'm just a bit like, I don't have the time for it. I've got to make a gag on YouTube at 8:00 tomorrow. So, but like, cause it seems so ridiculous to me. But then what? What do I know? Why do I believe that idea?
It has motive. The man on the moon stuff.
Sure. Yeah. It was an arms race.
Earth flat is like, what reason does anyone have to say it's a sphere? Like, it's just like, are there fucking people in the spherical industry who are like, oh, fuck, they're onto us. It is flat. Like, there's just no reason to say ball sass. I'm more likely to buy a ball because the Earth, I'm actually supporting the shape of the Earth.
As an existence experience, it's like this football is actually like the prism that I am in.
Man on the Moon, though, is like they were in a Cold War with Soviet Union, and it was all about proving who had the biggest cock.
That's right. It was a cock show.
It was a cock show.
Yeah.
And there was a bit of soft power in it, and you just go, instead of having to get a rocket and get it up onto the damn thing, get into a studio, Hollywood stuff, a couple of good lines, one small step for man, good to go. And we did it. Cheap. It's a cheap.
He fucked up the line, didn't he? As soon as that red light went on, he went to bits.
Wasn't a red lightsman. He went to bits.
Mate, he went to water.
He was busy, but
he had some stuff on. Couldn't remember his lines. It's a tale as old as time. Russia sending a monkey up there. A monkey up there? Coco up there?
See what happens.
Yeah. Coco must be using Trent Copeland. They didn't send Trent Copeland up there. The Soviet Union did not send Trent Copeland up there. Up there.
Guys, the Earth is flat. It's pretty obvious. Yeah, that's right.
Well, as I've always said, it's bat first.
You heard the conspiracy theory that the Queen eats children, right?
Nice.
What's the one question you would ask MSD if you ever get a chance? Why'd you do it?
Just see what he says.
Oh, it'll be a cock question, wouldn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
Right, what are we looking at?
How's a piece on it?
Yeah, how's a piece on it? Yeah. MSD. What are we looking at?
Who's got a bigger piece, you or Shastri? Fuck that. What
are we doing tub-wise? So in India 2011,
Yeah.
Or just give him tub hypotheticals about Ganguly and that kind of stuff.
Right.
Happens.
Yeah.
There's a couple tub hypotheticals.
Who's got the... Yeah, we've done this before, right? Haven't we? Like about who's got the most power? Because Dada's like... I mean, he's got the gig, but... Oh,
I guess with MSD,
I feel like Dhoni's got so much love because he won the World Cup and that.
Just want to know who's cucked themselves the most in front of him. He must get so many people just... What was the one we heard the other day? Just like, off air. Not Watto, by the way. Truly. That like... You know, if you've had a good career, often if you're coaching in the nets, a lot of the young guys will like go out of their way to like get your attention and like prove themselves to you, and it's actually quite annoying.
Yeah. Yes, mate.
Yeah. Don't need to get a bit of that. I feel like Dhoni has to play a game and then give a fucking lecture to the opposition afterwards about what happened in the game.
Yeah, exactly. Isn't it like, you know, in Hollywood or Bollywood, I'm sure, same principle where like if you're a director and you just be given screenplays left, right, center.
Yeah.
Read my screenplay. Oh yeah. Why?
Yeah, just sit down and read it.
Yeah.
I don't know who you are. Will you ever get to interview RCB? Maybe. These things are all. It's always about relationships. I think we'd like to come over to India next year for the IPL, and you never know. You know, we might. You know, look, Danish is a great guy. Maxi's a great guy. I'm sure Kohli's a great guy. I don't know if we get the chance to meet him. Maybe not. I don't know. He's got a lot. He's got a lot on. Mike Hessen, who's there, is a good guy. RCB's they're all fine. It's just, you know, you can take the piss out of them because they haven't won. So it's just part of the game. They'll be fine.
Pez, I don't usually go for this kind of gear.
Oh, good.
But where is the question? Amy Joshi says, who will be the captain of a World 11 consisting of active players? So so it's basically like, who's the best captain?
Who's the captain?
So let's include Stokes in that. So it's Stokes, Cummins, Williamson.
Test cricket?
I'm going for Test cricket. Rohit Sharma, I guess, then. But he hasn't done a game yet, has he? Who's West Indies captain at the moment? Oh, it's Braithwaite. Pakistan captain is Babar, right?
Yep.
It's Kane Williamson, isn't it? Kane Williamson's the captain of the World 11 because he's in the team.
There'll be a lot of politics involved, wouldn't there?
That's why I think he's the man for do it. He's just calming the waters.
Well, yeah, I mean, because Kohli's not even captain of his own country.
No, exactly. Would he even make the team? Kohli's not in my World 11 team at the moment. I'm sorry.
Well, Kane's a more experienced captain than Pat Cummins.
Yeah. And he won the World Test Championship.
Yeah. But it's still New Zealand, mate.
Yeah, I know, so I don't rate it.
That's why it's a good question.
Yeah.
It's probably Kane.
Yeah. It can't be Stokes because Stokes is,
Who's next?
For what?
Who's vice captain?
Cummins. I'm going Pat Cummins.
Yep. Karuna Ratner. Who is your captain for intergalactic cricket match? Yeah.
Yeah, who are they playing against?
Axar Patel, captain.
100%.
You are not welcome in India, Ian.
Why? What did I say?
Well, just probably that someone, wasn't awesome.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Praveen, can you be more specific about what I've done?
Yeah. Nice watch. Which brand? You got a lot of questions about watch.
Do I?
Hey, watch.
Oh, it's just Tommy Hilfiger. It's not particularly expensive or anything. It's like 30, 40 grand.
And it's not a watch, it's a timepiece.
It's more of a timepiece.
I knew someone who continually referred to watches as timepiece.
Absolute nonsense.
Yeah, it was real nonce gear.
It's a nonsense.
It's a nonsense.
Praveen, you're leaving me hanging, brother. I want to know.
Why is the Grey Cricketer book so freaking expensive in India? I don't know, Archie.
Which book?
Which one? Hey? How's the timepiece on it?
Hey, Abinyard said, hey, today's my birthday. Please wish me. No, absolutely not. Absolutely no way am I acknowledging that.
So bad. Happy birthday, whoever said that. Already forgotten your name.
Oh, Praveen said, put Kohli in your 11. I see.
Oh, and is Kohli in the 11? I mean, fuck, you know.
So Praveen said that I'm not welcome in India because I said that Kohli's not in the 11. Kohli's not in the World 11 at the moment of Test cricket.
Yeah, but if it's an intergalactic match, which it is.
So he's got to step up.
Well,
I'm okay. I'm not doing a 1 to 11 of who's in my team though, because I haven't thought about it. But I'm just saying, like how could you put him in the team?
would you put Smith in?
See, now I'm going to go through a team here.
So I'm probably picking the big boys for the big game. They mightn't be in the right
so
form.
it's just names, yeah.
I am, yeah. I'll probably need
Hey,
them.
look, that's fair.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
But like, it's pretty hard. It would be hard to leave like Bubba out in the form that he's in, playing against Mars.
Oh, I think Bubba's in.
For who? So you got Root, Williamson, Coley, Smith. 3, 4, 5. I mean, someone's opening there.
No, I've got no openers. We just
fuck the openers.
We start 2 down. 2 for 9, playing with 9 players.
There's Rohit in there. Test Korean.
KL Rahul's in there.
Devon Conway.
KL Rahul, Devon Conway. Okay. People are going to be like, oh, this is your team and you've said this. And it's like, I haven't thought about it.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck, whatever.
Do it. Just be wrong.
Let's get death threats, whatever.
Okay, so you're going Conway,
I'm going
KL
Rahul. 3 is Kane. 4, Root. 5,
Smith or Coley. Hello.
Smith.
Oh, who's 6, Stokes?
Nah.
Stokes on playing.
Colin de Grandhomme.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, fucking around.
I have to.
Yeah.
I have to. Save my life.
Yeah.
Find if my life
7, Alex Carey.
Who was it? Weatherman, you called that once in India?
Oh, yeah.
John?
Is Ashwin, is Ashwin?
Ashwin's my spinner.
Yeah.
Ashwin's my spinner.
Wow, yeah. He's got the character for it.
100% against Mars. Fuck
agree.
yeah.
Yeah, I want.
Yeah.
And run outs are on.
Yeah, well, exactly, yeah. Well, you know what Mars is like. Fucking cheats. You know what Mars is like. Fuck you talking about?
Bumrah, Cummins.
Yep. Amari Joseph, Umar Malik. There we go. There's a team.
There we go. There's the team. Bring Coley on the TGC, boys. Yeah. All good.
Do you reckon Coley knows what the grade cricketer is? Has he ever heard of it?
No.
Yeah, I argue he's never heard of it.
No.
Why would he?
And I think that's fine. As in, like, that's...
No. I'd be surprised if he has.
Yeah. Just, yeah, what?
Fuck, this coat's tall. For sure. He's just standing next to the umpire before. He's fucking massive.
Is Mars bat first?
Nah, it's spinning. Spinning deck. I was maybe doing a bat first. Scott Boland. Yeah, Scott Boland's in the 11, of course.
Mars would target Coley.
Yeah, they would.
And the captain.
Well, it's 5th stump.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's what Australia said. They should target the captain.
Yeah.
They should try really hard to get him out.
Yeah. Try harder.
So dumb. Ashish says he has heard of you. How do you know that, Ashish?
Well, he actually wrote he has heard of UT.
UT. Yeah.
UT. So he's talking about the University of Texas. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about the grade cricketer, not the University of Texas, not UT. Damn Longhorns.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's my 11, and someone's going to clip that up, and they're going to be like, "Who the fuck's this guy? You should never listen to this show again. He's dumb and he's wrong."
Don't worry about it.
And he's watching shit. I'm not worrying about it. I'm just worrying about the fucking death threats. Actually, I'm not even worried about that.
Can you interview M. Bevan? Already have. Just look for it.
Yep. Already have. He was a nice guy. Ashish says he was talking about you guys. What? No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. What are you talking about? Cite your sources, Ashish.
I got a feeling if there's published works where he's mentioning the great cricketer, it might have got a notification about it. 10 Hag is winning the treble next season. Now there's a conspiracy.
I like that. Gaikwod's gone to 50 here. Sort of anchor in the innings, 50 off 44. Not enough.
He's going to need to get another 50 off about 20.
Yeah.
Bring Coley on the TGC and discuss his form. Okay, so not only bring him, but tell us what to talk to him about.
Yeah. That's the first question. Hey, what's your form about, mate? Hey, interesting with Root not captain anymore. Hasn't Root made sounds to the effect that he wanted to have a look at coming into the IPL?
Oh, has he?
Yeah, I think that sounds familiar. Now, that might actually have been before the mega auction, though. No, it must have been afterwards.
Does Root get a gig in the England T20?
No, not anymore. He used to.
Yeah.
He used to. Because he's sort of like the busy sort of run a ball style, which doesn't really exist anymore.
Yeah.
But
Smith.
I mean, if he's a good enough player, well, Smith's the same thing, isn't he? Yeah. The game's gone and the game's changed.
Game's changed and gone.
has Ashish written back at all? No, I don't think he has. Because I think he lied to us. But I respect the lie.
Oh, he's transferring. Okay. Sorry, that was a work thing.
Nice. Well, Pez, we've been going for about 2 hours here, and I think that feels about right for me.
That's good going. That's gone quickly for me.
Yeah, well,
I've enjoyed being here in person.
speak for yourself.
Yeah, okay, yeah, of course. I left that open, didn't I?
Yeah, it's been good. Well, it's always good to talk to the people.
Yep.
It's always good to talk to the people. I've enjoyed this as well. Thanks for tuning in wherever you are across the world. I always like writing in, like doing the LA time because it's like 2:30 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning, some shit. But people right now in LA watching this. I don't know why they're doing that. Maybe they're on work shift. Maybe they're on night shift. Maybe they're a night nurse.
Yep.
Can't just be a nurse. Can be a night nurse.
A lot of people do important work at night.
You a nurse? No, night nurse. I only do night shifts. Something to think about. Anything you want to tell people or say to people? Why'd you do it?
Yeah. One, why'd you do it? Of course. Goes without saying, but I'll say it.
Yeah. It felt good.
Two, we'll be here in person doing a review of this afternoon and tonight's IPL games.
That's right.
Tomorrow morning. And if you do stay tuned, whatever that means,
yeah,
I think your iPhone probably, your phone probably tunes things for you, and that's a different brain-related issue. But if you do, there may be some more content coming your way tomorrow. All things going well, couple of things in train at the moment. But some good stuff coming out, more TGC stuff coming out. The other thing we're doing this week is just starting to put the foot down on actually getting over to India in Feb next year too. So that's exciting. I hope wish us well in those endeavours. But we're keen to get over and bring the live show to you guys for those who are in India. That is.
Wrong Direction says, Sam Perry, I love you, with a heart.
Thanks, brother or sister.
And Siva also wrote that he's in San Fran, awake just for this. Now, San Fran, I think it's like 4:30 in the morning. Siva, we appreciate you. I know you're a member. We appreciate you. That's ridiculous. So unnecessary. Go to bed.
Get some sleep.
Get some fucking sleep.
For God's sake, Shiva. Lord knows you need it.
All right, that'll do. Remember that you'll never walk alone.
Oh, yeah. Congrats on that.
Thanks.
Good cup team.
Yeah, it's a good cup team. Bit of a disappointing year in the league, if I'm honest, because they've lost 2 games.
Yeah.
And that's not good enough anymore. All right, have a great Sunday evening to you and to yours, the things you own in your possession. Sam Perry, thank you.
And thank you.
And see you guys tomorrow on the internet. And just like what's on screen right now, at 111 for 2, I'm going to get some popcorn as well. See you guys on the internet tomorrow.